Hello friends, welcome back. This is Amit from Magnet, and today we are going to create this nice shallow water river environment scene inside Unreal Engine 5.6.1. So first take a look what we are going to create today. And before we start, if you are new to this channel, I recommend you to check my videos, and if you find those videos useful, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. And here I like to shout out for all those people who has already joined me as a member. So if you really want to support me, you can also join me as a member. So let's get started. So I open my Unreal Engine from here. Then I choose the games option here and I choose this third person template. And here I name my project as tutorial and click on this create button here. So first we go to the file and create a new level, and I choose the empty level here and click on this create. Then we're going to quickly set up our lighting. So we go to the window and click on this environment light mixer. Then we click on this create skylight, create directional light, create sky atmosphere, create volumetric cloud, and create height fog. Then we go down here and enable the volumetric fog. Then we close this window. After that, we're going to create a landscape for our scene. So we go to the selection mode button here and click on this landscape. And we don't need to change anything here. Just go down and click on this create. Then we go back to our selection mode. And now we're going to save our level. So we go to the file and click on this save all. And we're going to name our level as tutorial level and click save. Okay. So first we're going to create the bridge, and for the bridge I'm going to download a bridge model from Fab Marketplace. So I go to the window and open Fab from here. So for the bridge I'm going to use this automotive bridge scene. So click on this add to project, and as you can see that it is not available for the 5.6.1 version. So we go to this drop down menu and we select the highest possible version, which is the 5.3. Then we click on this add to project. And after download, we will get this folder called this automotive bridge scene, and you go to this blueprints folder, just double click to open, and here you can get this bridge model here, which is the blueprint. So we're going to put this model over our scene. So we just drag it over here. So as you can see that this is the bridge model here, and now we're going to place it over here. So we just place it here, and also we're going to decrease the scale. So we select this asset. Then we go to the details panel here and we go down, we go to the scale switch here and make sure that you enable the uniform scale switch here by locking this lock here. Then we go over here and we decrease the value to 0.5 here. Then we're going to place it a little bit higher and also we rotate this. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to duplicate it over here and here as well. So we press and hold the Alt key and just drag this axis. Okay, and also we duplicate it one more time over here. So again press and hold the Alt key and just drag this axis. Okay, so now you can see that this is our bridge, and in order to understand the actual size we're going to put a mannequin over here so we can understand the actual size. So we go to this content folder and then we go to this characters folder, go to the mannequins, go to the mesh, and here we're going to put this mannequin over here. Okay, so now if we go over here You can see that our bridge is quite big here, so it look nice. Okay, and now we're going to put a camera to our scene. So we go to this box option here and we go to the cinematic and create a cine camera actor. And also we're going to create a sequence for our scene. So we go to the sequencer tab and click on this add level sequence. And also we name it as a tutorial sequence and we save. So this is our sequence and here we're going to bring our camera. So this is our camera and we bring our camera over here and we're going to face our camera towards this bridge here. Okay. And also we go down and decrease the camera focal length. So we're going to make it as a 15mm lens. And also we select our camera component from here. Then we go to the details panel and then we go to the film back option and we change the preset from the 16:9 digital film to 16:9 DSLR. Okay. And also we go to the search bar and type for exposure. So here is the exposure and we go to this metering mode, enable this and we change the preset from auto to manual. Also we go to this exposure compensation tab, activate this option and we increase the value to 8 here. Then we come over here and we go to this current aperture value and we decrease the value. So we can brighten up our scene a little bit here. Okay, so this is our current settings now and we also change the settings later on. And now we're going to put some clips over here and there. So for the clip and the tree model, I'm going to use this asset pack called this Electric Dream Environment from Epic Games. And in order to download this, we click on this view in launcher and then we click on this create project. And here from you can also change the download path. So make sure that your drive has enough space. Then just click on this create. And after download, you will find this folder called this Electric Dream Environment. Just double click to open. And then we're going to open the project file. And after open the project file, we don't need to load the level. We just go to this assembly folder. And from here, we're going to select our desired assets and just migrate them. So in this case, we're going to migrate some blueprints from here. So we're going to specify the blueprint. For this, we're going to put a filter over here. So we go to this 3-line option and we select this blueprint filter. Just click over here. So these are the blueprints that we're going to migrate. So we're going to select this one and then press Ctrl A to select all of them. Then we right click and we go to this asset action and click on this migrate and then hit OK. And you navigate to our actual project file, which is the tutorial. Then we select our content folder. Then we click over here, which is the select folder. And as you can see that it will migrate all this asset to our project. Okay, so we have successfully migrated all the assets. So if we go to this content browser, you can get this assembly folder. And if you click over it, you can get all these assets here. And we have to enable the blueprint filter to visualize all the assets in a single place. So we go to this 3-line option and go to this blueprint class filter, just enable it from here. And here you can get all these assets here. So let's put one assets over here. So if we just click and drag it here, you can see one problem here that the texture is not applied to the assets here. So we have to fix that issue. So in order to fix that issue, we go to this edit and we go to this project settings. And here we're going to enable the substrate material because the Electric Dream Environment project is made on substrate material. So we have to enable it here. So we go to this search bar and type for substrate. And here you can find under the substrate tab, you can get this option called this substrate material. So we just have to enable it from here. Just click it here and just hit OK. And then we have to restart our engine. So we just click on this restart now. And also we have to save our progresses. Just save it here. And after restart, we close this project settings bar from here. And also click it no here. And then we're going to open our level. So we deselect the blueprint class filter from here. Then we go to this content folder. We go down and here is our level. Just double click to open. And now as you can see that the texture is reappeared here. And also we're going to open our level sequence and enable our camera from here by clicking here. So this is how you can fix that issue. And now we're going to design our level. So we're going to place this object over this side like this. And also we're going to scale it up. So we're going to select this object and then we go to its details panel and we go to the scale and make sure that you enable this uniform scale switch from here. Then we're going to increase the value. So maybe we can put 2.4 here. Okay, then we're going to place it here. Okay, just like that. And also duplicate the same asset to multiple times to fill this area. Okay, so now you can see that our assets look very repetitive here, but don't worry, we're going to fix it. We just make our initial structure here. Okay, so now we're going to put other assets to design this area. So again, we go to this content browser and then we go to this assembly folder and also enable this blueprint filter from here. And here we can use other assets. So let's see what we're going to use. So maybe we're going to use this one. So we just bring it over here. And as you can see that it also contain those trees here. So it look really amazing. So we're going to place it here like this. And also we're going to change our directional light position. So we press Ctrl and L and then we move our mouse like this. Okay. And now we're going to duplicate this asset multiple times to design this area. And as you can see that we put any assets from here and it will look nice. So maybe we use different one. So if we go down and you can use this one. So we just bring it here like this. And we can increase its scale. Place it here like this. And you can get nice result here. Okay. So maybe we can duplicate it here. Okay, so as you can see that instantly we can make this kind of nice environment here by using those assets. Okay, so now we're going to put the river over here. And in order to put the river, we're going to enable a plugin. So we go to the edit, then we go to the plugins bar here. And in the search bar, we type for water and we enable this water plugin from here. Just click it over here, click yes, and also enable the water extras. Click yes. And then we have to restart our engine again. So just click on this restart now and also save the progresses. And after restart, we will get this error message log. So in order to fix that, we go to the end of this message and just click over here, call this add entry to default engine INI. Just click over it and then we close this window and also we close this plugin bar. Then we're going to reopen our level and also we open the sequence and enable the camera. Okay, and now we're going to put the river. So we move our camera over here and we're going to start our river from here to here. So for this, we go to this box option and in the search bar, we type for water. So here you can get this water body river. Just bring it to our scene here like this and click complete. Then we're going to reposition our river. So first we're going to rotate this. And we reposition it here. Place it here like this. And also we go to this last spline point here. And also we're going to down the river. So we go to select this spline point and then we go to the details panel and make sure that I select this spline comp here. And then we come over here and click over it. So we can select all this spline point and then we bring it down. Okay, just like that. Okay, and also we're going to extend our river to here. So for this, we select this last spline point and then we're going to duplicate this. And in order to duplicate this spline point, we press and hold the Alt key and then we drag this axis like this and we're going to move it here and again we're going to duplicate it. And now we're going to design our scene a little bit more with those assets. So we're going to fill this area. So before we do that, we're going to put a material on our landscape. So we go to this content browser, then we go down to this Megascan folder and maybe we can find some material for the landscape. So we go to this 3-line option and we're going to enable the material instance filter. So for this, we go to this all filters and here you can get this materials filter and inside this we get this material instance filter. Just enable it and let's find a material for our landscape. So maybe we can use this one. So we're going to duplicate it first. So we just right click and just duplicate. So here it is. And now we're going to apply this material over this landscape. So we select our landscape from here. Then we go to this details panel and we go down. And here you can find this option called this landscape material slot. We're going to drag this material over here. Okay. And now we're going to make the changes on it. So just double click to open this material. And we're going to decrease the tiling here because you can see that the tiling is too much here. So we go to this global option and we go to this tiling and offset and we expand this one and also activate this option and then we're going to decrease the tiling. So we're going to put the value maybe 0.2 here to the X and also 0.2 to the Y. And now you can see that this looks something like this. So we're going to save the settings from here and then we close this window. And now we're going to put some other assets here. So again, we disable this material instance filter. Then we go up and go to this assembly folder. And again, we enable this blueprint class filter. And now we're going to design this area again. So again, we're going to put this asset over here. And in this time, we're going to incline it a little bit like this. And then we place it here. Increase its scale like this. and we change this coordinate system to world here, and we place it here like this. And also we put other assets here. So let's find, so maybe use this one. Okay, and also we're going to put some other assets from this megascan folder. So we disable this blueprint class filter, then we go to this megascan folder, and here we can put another filter for the static mesh. So we go to this 3-line option, and we enable the static mesh filter from here, and here you can get all these static meshes here. So we go down, and here from we can use this one. So we just bring it here like this, and we're going to incline it like this, and we place it here. And also we do the same thing to this side as well. So again we duplicate this one, and just we rotate this. So now you can see that our river look nice here, and also we can put some of the big structures over here. So again we go to this assembly folder and enable this blueprint class filter, then we go down, and here we have this one. So we just bring it here, and we place it here. Okay, so with these changes, you can see that our scene look like this. And as you can see that this look really amazing. And now finally, we're going to put the shallow water river effect on it. So for this again, we're going to enable a plugin. So we go to the edit, then we go to this plugins again. And here again, we type for water. And this time we're going to enable this water advanced plugin. So we just enable it, click yes. And again, we have to restart our engine. So now we're going to put the shallow water river effect on it. So again, we go to the box option, and in the search bar, we type for water. And in this time, we're going to put the shallow water river actor on our scene. So again, maybe we go over here, and then again we type water. and we bring the shallow water river actor towards scene here like this. And now we're going to connect our existing river with the shallow water river actor. So we go to the shallow water river actor in this outliner section, and then we go to his details panel and we go down, and under this water tab here is the option called the source river water bodies, and we go to this plus switch here, and then we go to this index and go to this drop down menu, and we select our river body, which is this one. Okay, so just select this one, and it will take little time to compile this shader here. And here you can see that this is our shallow water river, and it's a water simulation, so we have to simulate this water body. So again we select our shallow water river actor here, then we go up, and here you can find this reset button here. Just click on this reset, and maybe sometime you cannot see your water simulation here. It's because it's compiled the shaders. So if it's happened to you, just reset it again. Okay, so in that way you can see this water simulation happen very nicely here. Okay, so as you can see that this look really amazing, that you can see this water simulation in real time. Okay, and now we going to increase the speed of this water little bit. So maybe one thing we can do, that we can bring this area of this water little bit higher. So maybe we select this spline point here, this one, or maybe use this one first. Then we bring our river little bit higher here like this, and also select this one, maybe we bring it here. And as you can see that it is real time, so if we just move this spline point, you can see that water interacts likewise. Okay, and then also we go over here and we bring this spline point little bit downwards here, and we do the same thing here as well. So we select this one down a little bit like this, select this one, and then select this one, bring it down here like this. Okay, and now we're going to select all of these spline points. So we select one of them, and then we go to this details panel and make sure that you select this spline comp and click over here to select all of this spline point all together, and then we're going to bring it higher. So we select this one and we bring it higher like this. Okay, so now you can see that our water look like this. Okay, or maybe we can bring it up a little bit more. Okay, and also we can select this spline point and bring it down, so we can make little bit fast water here. Okay, and now as you can see that when we bring our river little bit higher, you can see that our river is hiding these edges here. So one thing we have to do, we can redesign these edges here by the same assets. So again we go over here, or maybe we can go down here. So here is all this asset, we can select all of them like this, and we bring it little bit higher here. Okay, so now we can select them individually and we place it here like this. And also we can do one thing, that we can widen up this water river here. So we can select this spline point, this one, and we go down to this water option here, expand this, and we're going to extend the width here. So we're going to extend it like this. Okay, so now you can see that our water is covering all this area here. So now we can also do one thing, that we can select all of this blind point, and maybe we can decrease the height of our river a little bit. So we just select and we bring it down our water here. Okay, or maybe we can bring it up a little bit. So it's all about adjusting your environment. So you can do some trial and errors to get the nice result. Okay, so we come over here, and I think this look nice here. Or maybe we can hide our river for now, so we can design this area. So we go to the outliner section, and in the search bar we type for water, and we're going to disable this shallow water for now, and then we're going to design, and then we back on our river. Okay, so this is our river, and as you can see that this look really amazing. Okay, so as you can see that our river look nice here, and now we're going to make our river water to interact with those assets here. So currently if we select this one and if we move this, you can see that the water is not interact with these assets here. So in order to make the water interact with this asset, we have to do some work. So first we're going to select the shallow water river body here, and then we go down to its details panel. Under this collisions tab, you can find this option called this bottom contour tag. So we're going to put a tag on it. So we go to this plus switch here, and here we're going to put a tag. So we're going to name the tag here. So we're going to name it as a rock. So this is our tag, and now we're going to copy this tag here. So we just Ctrl C to copy this tag, and then we're going to select this rock model here, and we go to this details panel, and in the search bar we type for tag, and then we go to this actor tag here, not this component tag. We go to this actor tag, expand this, and we go to the tag, and we click on this plus switch, and we just paste that tag name here, which is the rock. Okay, so now if we resimulate our river, so we clear this search bar, and we select our shallow water river, and we resimulate this by resetting here. And now you can see that this asset is now interact with this water flow here, and it is real time. So you can see that this look really amazing. And now we're going to make all this asset to interact with this water here. So for this, we're going to select all of these assets. So maybe we select this one, and also we go to this outliner section, and then we're going to select all of this asset. So we select this one, and we go down here and shift select all of them all together here. Then we go to the search bar and type tag, and as you can see that we cannot access this tag here because we already put some tag on this actor. So we have to unselect this one. So we press and hold the control key on the keyboard and just click to unselect this asset which is already tagged. Then we're going to put the tag here. So we go to the plus switch and just click, and here we paste the tag name. So we control B to paste here, and then again we click outside of this, and then again we have to resimulate our river. So we clear the search bar, then we select our water, shallow water river, and we click on this reset. Okay, so now you can see that all these assets now interact with this water here. So if you move this one, you can see that this simulation look really amazing here. Okay, so this is how I create my water body here, and now we're going to redesign our water here. So you can make very noisy river here by duplicating those assets, and every change you made you have to resimulate the water so the simulation can affect. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to put some of the rock assets here. So we go to this content browser again, then we go to this megascan folder and also enable the static mesh filter, and let's find some rock assets here. So maybe we can use this rock model here. So we just bring it here, and we're going to increase its scale like this. and we place it here. Okay, and now we're going to do one thing, that we're going to select all of this rock asset and put the tag. So we select all of these boulders model here. Then we go to the details panel and type for tag, and we put the tag here. Okay, then again we resimulate our river. Okay, and maybe we can place this rock assets over here. Maybe we're going to increase its scale. Okay, and also we can increase the water speed little bit by dipping down this water path here. So we select this spline point, and then we dip it down here like this, and also we select this one and dip it down like this. Okay, and again we can do one thing, that we can select all of this spline point, and again we put our river little bit higher here. So we go to the end spline point here and just bring it little bit higher, not more. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now we can make some adjustment here again. So when you're satisfied with the design, again we resimulate our river. So we select our river and again resimulate. Okay, so I think this look nice for now. And now we're going to redesign our scene a little bit more with some assets. So we may be going to put some of these vegetations over here and there. So again, we go to unselect this static mesh filter, and we go to this assembly again and enable this blueprint class filter. And now we're going to redesign our level. And you can also notice that our scene is very laggy here. So one thing we can do, we can bake this simulation here. So we select this water body here, and then we go to details panel and we select this bake option to bake the simulation. So just click it, and our simulation is baked now. And then we go to this render state, we go to this drop down and we select this water component with bake sim. Okay, so it will take little time to compile this shader here. Okay, and now it can run little bit smoothly here. Okay, so it will be very helpful to design our level. So we can randomly put some of these nice vegetations asset here and there. Okay, so after putting some of the stuffs here and there, as you can see that this look really amazing here. Okay, So now I'm going to change the color of the water as well as do some settings for this water plane. So as you can see that here, this is the hard shadow, which is very unrealistic. So we also going to fix that issue. So for this, we go to the outliner section here and we type for water. Then we're going to select the shallow water river and we go to its details panel. And then we're going to open this bake sim material. So double click to open this material from here. And here we're going to change the settings. So first we go to the search bar and type for anisotropy. So here is the option called this anisotropy. So we're going to activate this one. Then we're going to increase the value. So we put 0.9 here. And instantly you can see that our water looks something like this. And this look nice, I guess. And you can also decrease the value. Okay. So I think this look nice, and you can also get there is this hard shadow here. So if you increase the value, you can rid of the hard shadow here. So this is how you can fix that issue. And then we're going to change the color of the foam. So as you can see that the foam looks very white here and it's look very unrealistic. So we're going to clear the search bar here and then we go down. And under this foam shading option, you will get this foam opacity. So the default value is 1. So we're going to decrease the value here. And you can see that the foam is disappeared here. And I think this look quite nice. But if you want the foam, you can increase the value. That how much foam you want. So I think I decrease the value here. Okay. And then we're going to change the water color as well. So we go down here. Under this absorption tab, we open this color wheel. And from here, we can change the water color. So you can change the color as you want. So maybe we can make a very clear water here. And then we satisfied the color, just hit OK. So as you can see that our water look little bit clearer here. And you can also change the color as you like. So maybe if you want, you can make the color little bit of bluish color here. Okay. But I think this look very unrealistic here. So we're going to change it to white here. Okay. So this is how you can change the parameter of the water. And when you're satisfied, just save these settings and also close this window. And now one thing you have noticed that those rocks are connected with the water, but the rock look very dry here. So we're going to change some settings to the material to make those rock wet looking here. And the wetness will be gradual. So for this, I'm going to download a material node from a project file. So we're going to download some asset from Fab. So for this material function, I'm going to download this dark ruin megascan sample. And after download, we're going to open this folder called this dark ruin megascan sample. Just double click to open. Then we go to this content folder and we're going to copy all this asset. So just copy all of them and just right click and copy. Then we're going to paste all these files to our actual level. So in order to navigate our actual level very quickly, we're going to open Epic Game Launcher again. And here is our actual level, which is called this tutorial. Just right click on it and click on the show in folder. Then we go to this content folder here and we're going to paste all of this file. So just right click and paste. And also if you get this kind of notification here, just click on this import. Okay, so we have successfully copied all those files to our actual project. And in order to work them properly, we're going to restart our engine. Just close here. So now we're going to change the material for this asset. So for this, we go to this content browser and here from, if we enable the static mesh filter, and here from you can get all this asset that we collect from this dark ruin megascan project. So we go down here and maybe open any asset from here. So we're going to open this rock model here, just double click to open. And then we're going to open the material. So here is the material, just double click to open. And then we go to its parent material, just double click to open this parent material. And here from, we're going to copy these 3 nodes here. So we select all of these 3 nodes here and just copy it by pressing Ctrl and C. And then we're going to close this material. Okay. And also close this window. Then we're going to copy those nodes to any of these assets here. So we're going to select this asset and then we're going to open its material by go to its details panel and then open this material from here. Then we're going to open the parent material. So here is the parent material, just double click to open. And here we're going to copy the material node here. So you're going to paste it here. So just press Ctrl and V to paste these 3 nodes here. And then we're going to connect it. So we're going to disconnect this link by press and hold the Ctrl key And when we hover over this connector here, you can see this palm icon. Just click and then just connect it here. Okay, then we're going to connect this outlet to here. Okay, so that's it, very easy. Then we're going to apply these changes and we save these settings. Then we close this window. And also we're going to do one thing to activate this function. So again, we selected this asset here and we're going to open the material. So we go to the details panel and open this material from here. And here we get new options here. So this is the shore wetness option. We expand this and we change some settings here. So we go to the shore wetness side to activate this option and then we increase the value. So when we increase the value, you can see that the wetness is here. And also we're going to change this one, that is the shore wetness height 1, and we increase the value. So now you can see that we get this kind of nice specular highlighted here. So this is how you can make those rock wet looking here. Okay, and also we have other settings here. So maybe we go to this roughness override and we're going to decrease the value. So you can get more wet looking here. So this is how you can make those rock little bit wet look here. And when we satisfy the setting, just save these values. Okay, so now if we come over here, you can get this kind of nice scene here. Okay, so maybe we can place some of this asset to this side here. Okay, so eventually you can see that our scene look really amazing here. So maybe we can change our directional light position. So we press Ctrl and L and change the directional light position here. And also we can do one thing, that we can increase our sun size here. So we go to this outliner section and type for directional light. Then we go to this details panel. And here you can get this option called the source angle. We're going to increase the value here. Okay. And also we're going to decrease our light intensity. So maybe we can put 5 here. Okay. And then we're going to change its position. Okay, so I think this look nice here. Okay, and now we're going to make some asset which can float over this river here. So for this, we're going to enable a plugin. So we go to the edit and go to the plugins. And here we type for water again. And you can get this plugin called this buoyancy. Just activate this plugin, click yes. And then again, we're going to restart our engine. So just click on this restart now. And after restart, we close this plugin bar and we are going to reopen our level. And now we will download some asset which can float over here. So for this, again, I open Fab. So maybe we can download this one. So you just click on it. And we download this asset. So here is the asset. We're going to enable the static mesh filter. So this is the asset. And we're going to place this asset over here. So maybe we're going to place it here like this. And we're going to increase the scale of this. Okay. Then we're going to place little bit above on this river here. Okay, just like that. And then we go to this details panel. Here it is. And then we go down. We're going to enable the simulate physics by clicking here. And then we go down here. Under this collision tab, you can get this option called this physical material override. So we're going to override the material. So we go to this drop down menu. And here you can get this material called this default buoyancy physical material. And if you not see it here, just go to the settings tab. And make sure that you enable this engine content and the plugin content from here. Okay, so we go to this drop down and we select this material here. And we go to this water body river. Then we go to its details panel and we go down. And under this collision tab, you can get this collision presets tab here. We go to this drop down menu and we choose this custom here. Then we go to this collision enabled. We go to this drop down menu again and we select this option called this quarry and probe. And then we go to this physics body tab here and you make sure that you check this block option here instead of overlap. Okay, so just click on it. Okay, and now we go to reposition our asset here. So maybe we selected this asset and then we reposition it here so we can see it properly. So maybe we can place it here like this and place it a little bit higher here. And also we can duplicate it some of these copies. So we press and hold the Alt key and just duplicate it here, and also we rotate it to look little bit different here like this. And also we're going to make one more copy here, and then maybe we're going to increase its scale little bit higher here like this. And now we're going to simulate this so we can see those assets are floating. So we go to this 3-line option and click on this simulate. So now you can see that it's float over this river, but sometimes you can see that it also go down to the river here. So we can change some settings to make it float properly. So we close this simulation by clicking over here. Then we're going to select this asset and we go to its details panel. Then we go down, and here under this physics tab you can get this option called this linear damping. So we're going to increase the value. Okay. Then again we're going to simulate it. So we go to this 3-line option and click on this simulate. Okay. And now you can see that it floats very nicely over this river here. Okay, so you can make multiple copies of this asset, or you can use different assets here. Okay, so the process will be very same. So you can make multiple copies of the same asset, or you can just use different asset as you like. Okay, so this is how we make this kind of scene inside this Unreal Engine. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. And one thing you have noticed that in this viewport, it is not floating here, but when you render it, you can get the nice floating animation here. And now I'm going to show you that how we can make a nice camera animation here. So for this, I go to the sequencer tab, and here I go to this camera. So first I'm going to place my camera a very interesting position here. So maybe we place our camera over here like this. Okay. And then we go to this transform switch, we make a keyframe here. And as you can see that our keyframe is cubic interpolation here. So we're going to right click on this keyframe and make it linear. And also we go to this default keyframe method, we select linear method here. And also we enable this auto keyframe switch. And now if you want to make a 5 seconds long video, you can do one thing, that we go to this FPS tab and we go to this show time as option and we select this seconds option here. Then we go to this time marker here, and here you can put any time that you want. So maybe I put 10 seconds. So we can make a 10 seconds long video. So this is the 10 seconds marker. So we go to this red end bracket here to end our timeline here. And then we're going to push our camera forward here a little bit. Okay. So just like that. And now if we play, and you can get this kind of nice camera animation here. So I think this look quite nice here. Okay, so this is how I make this entire scene. And now I'm going to show you that how you can render it. So for the rendering, we're going to enable a plugin called this movie render queue. So we go to the edit and we go to the plugins, and in the search bar we type for movie. And here you can find this plugin called this movie render queue. So we enable this plugin and also enable this movie render queue additional render passes and click yes. And then we're going to restart our engine. So just click on this restart now. And after restart, we're going to make the render. But before you do that, we go to extend our camera cut to the 10 seconds here. So you just click over here and drag it to 10 seconds long. And also we can make some of this warm up frame count here like this. Then we go to the window, go to the cinematics and click on this movie render queue. Then we go to the render tab here, and here you have to select the actual sequence. So in this case, total sequence is your actual sequence. Then we go to this unsafe config, and first we're going to delete this JPEG sequence. So just press delete. Then we go to the settings and select anti-aliasing. And in this temporal sample count value, we're going to put 16. And also click on this override anti-aliasing, and also click on this warm up frames here. Then again we go to the settings and go to this color output, expand the misc option here and click on this disable tone curve. Then again go to the settings, go to this game overrides, and also again go to the settings and click on this high resolution. And here you can override the subsurface scattering value here. Then again we go to the settings and we select the EXR sequence here. Okay, so in this way our output will be in EXR sequence. Then we go to the output, and here from you can select the directory that where you want to save your EXR files. And then we go to the output resolution. Here from you can change the resolution you want. Then we go to this use custom frame rate. So if you click on it, you can change the frame rate here. So in general we make it 24 fps, and then click on this accept, and then just click on this render local and your file will be ready. Okay, so this is it, and this is how I make my actual video, and I go through all the steps so you can understand properly that how you can make it. And I hope you really get the idea. And if you like this video, I recommend you to check my other videos, and if you like those videos, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. So this is for today, and we will see in my next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.